What's going on, party people? It's Kevin here, and I'm bringing you a 27-6 TDM game here on Cracked. As you can tell, I'm using the Spaz 12 Silence, but my perks in this game are Ghost, Steady Aim, and Marathon. Now you're probably all thinking, oh my god, he's using Ghost, oh what a noob. But as you can see right here, I'm not just being your typical newbie little ghost camper sitting in your corner. No, I'm running around the entire map looking for kills. You see, I actually do like almost a complete loop around the entire map from the first, minute of the game to find somebody, and then I just get boned. But I pick it up, don't worry. Now, you could probably say to yourself, yeah, 27-6 game is not really that amazing of a game, like not really like exactly YouTube quality, but I was proud of the game because I was the only person on my team who finished positive, and we still won the game, which kind of caught me off guard when I got the final kill cam and I saw the scores. I'm like, really? Like, we still won? I was the only like person in the lobby almost who went net positive. Now, I wanted to use this video really is to talk about the perk Ghost and how I use it / how it should be used and how it actually is used. Because I've been watching a lot of Thunder Toro videos, which, if you don't know who Thunder Toro is, that guy's a legend. Absolute legend. Every time I see his videos, I'm always just pumped. Like, yeah, Thunder Toro video, let's watch. So, for some reason, if you're not subscribed to him, you have to do it right now. I'll put it in the description, even though I don't think it's very necessary. But anyways, he's been talking a lot about Ghost and how he just hates that perk, which I can understand the frustration because it does allow players to be basically a bitch. But, you know, when has there not been a Call of Duty game when some guy is camping in some random corner? I mean, I've been playing since COD 4, and camping has always been a part of that game. You just have to deal with those guys who are just willing to play a video game by just sitting in a corner and crossing their fingers and hoping to God that they get their RC car. Such a legit kill streak for 2 kills. Now, normally when I see people using Ghost, they use it more of as a defensive perk, but I think it's the exact opposite. I think it's more of an offensive perk, because it's like, you know, you can see me right here. I'm running circles around the entire map. I'm using a sound spaz, so then whenever I shoot, I'm not on radar, and if they do get a UAV, I'm not going to be on there, because I'm going to be standing right behind them with my blade, just going to slice right in the back. Ah! Now, what I like to do when I find some Ghost bitches is to look at their classes and find their weaknesses. A lot of times when I see a guy using Ghost, he's also using Ninja, which is a perk that can't be countered. Actually, I don't know why I decided not to counter in this game, but that's a whole different thing. So what I like to use a lot of times is that motion sensor. It's because, you know, if I got a Ghost bitch walking up behind me, he's silent. I'm not going to know where he's going to be, but my motion sensor is definitely going to know where he is. And also, a lot of times, the Ghost guys like to use silenced assault rifles. Like 99% of the time, you'll see a Ghost guy using a silenced assault rifle, which, you know, that's more power to him. But, you know, I like to use the AUG, which is one of the fastest shooting assault rifles, and it's still a 3-bullet kill within range. So if he and I are on a one-on-one situation or mid to long range, both using assault rifles, generally I don't use the silencer because it just takes too long to kill guys. So if I'm using an unsilenced assault rifle and he's using a silenced assault rifle, I'm probably going to win that gunfight because it's going to take him at least 1 to 2 more bullets to get a kill shot on me. And now you always know that Ghost players love their equipment. They always use claymores or motion sensors. And the way to combat that is Hacker Pro. Yeah, I use that perk because if he's using a motion sensor, you can walk right up to that motion sensor and you're not going to be on there. And he's too busy looking down the hallway with, you know, with this ADS ready to go. You can't see me here. I got my motion sensor. You're not going to be able to kill me. Yeah, false. I got Hacker Pro. You're dead, son. End of discussion. Now, another tip I have really is to not rely on the radar so much. Because in the previous Call of Duty, when you had like a UAV up, you could really rely on that radar to figure out where the other enemy team is going to be. But now, since Ghost is really available to other players, and it really just kind of outclass many of the other perks, especially the perks like Scavenger, because you just put dual mags around there, no problem. I still use Spy Plane, even though with Ghost being so available to players, it's not as effective as it was in the previous Call of Duties. But I use it more as a spawn reference rather than a literal translation of where that guy is at that moment. Because I found if you rely on the radar too much in this game, you're just going to get killed by Ghost a lot. Also, the other thing I found that people who like to use Ghost a lot tend to play very slowly. And now one thing to do is either, like in this class right here, I'm using Marathon, I sprint around behind them, because they're too busy looking one direction. I'm going to be coming right behind them with Ghost and Silencer. Just like, I'm showing you right here. I go 27-6. Not the greatest KD, but I'm still winning. I still won the game. And now when you're also playing against those Ghost campers, you gotta just, slow down your game. You gotta keep checking those corners more often, because the reason why those Ghost guys get you is because they're camping in that random corner where you're not expecting. Like, I was watching that other Thunder Toro video about this guy. He showed who was just camping his balls off. I mean, like, I will admit that was ridiculous. He's just, he sets a Claymore sitting right in front of him. He's in this one corner, and so you see a Claymore there. You're like, okay, well, he can't be behind that corner. I mean, it's like a 2-inch distance behind that Claymore. Like, who does that? Well, that guy does. So, like I said, that's when you slow down your gameplay and make sure you're checking every possible corner. There's got to be a guy hiding there. And also, another thing is actually pay attention to the score, because if your team is actually kind of whooping the other team, a lot of times players will refer to using the Ghost because, they got kill streaks flying above them constantly the entire game. And if they're smart enough to realize that what they're doing is not working out, they're probably going to switch it up and play more defensive and probably use Ghost. So like I said, again, you want to slow down your game and make sure you're checking those corners. And now I know we'd all like to see the Ghost perk changed a little bit, maybe move to a different slot, possibly the second tier perk where it has to deal with other perks like Sleight of Hand, Warlord, Steady Aim, some real good perks in there. But honestly, we're not going to see this perk moved out of the first slot. I mean, has any Call of Duty game made that drastic of a change? I haven't seen it. Maybe I was late to COD 4, so maybe some changes happened there, but I've never seen like the damage reduced on like the M16 or the MP40. The only kind of developer you'll see that happen from is DICE. But yeah, so that's basically my kind of rant on the perk Ghost. I think it's more of an issue of players rather than the perk itself. I mean, you're always going to find people who are camping in Call of Duty. I mean, there's no way to get around it. I mean, we got those kill streaks, like real nice kill streaks, the chopper gunners, you got dogs, you got the blackbirds, like that, really good kill streaks. People are going to do whatever it takes to get those kill streaks. And for some people, it's camping. But what can you do? That's part of the game, really. You can't really get around that. But, here he is. My recap here is to definitely use Hacker when you get Ghost campers, because you're definitely going to see their equipment, and you're going to see where they're going to be, because Ghost guys do not leave their equipment far behind. Trust me. The other thing is, like, make sure you don't rely on your radar so much, because that's what's going to catch you off guard. It catches me off guard a lot. And also, the final thing is to kind of just slow down your game and make sure you're checking every possible corner, because Ghost guys like to hide in those random corners or random spots where it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's not efficient enough. That's not an efficient spot. You're not going to do well there, but that's what those guys are going to do because they just don't know how to play. So yeah, the game's winding down here. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you could so kindly give me a like rating, I really appreciate it. And also, if you could, reference this video to Thunder. I got his channel in the description right now. Just click on his channel, go to his channel page, say, hey, check out this video. This guy's not a bitch using Ghost. He actually uses the perk legitimately. He doesn't camp like a little bitch. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.